Hey everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome back to our channel, and in today's video we have a really exciting topic to explore today, and that is the future of web development. And we're going to talk about some trends and some predictions as well. The future of web development is bright with many exciting new technologies and trends emerging, and we're going to go over some of the most notable developments today. So if you're interested in all things tech, stick around to learn a lot more. So the first interesting new tech that has emerged recently that I think is going to have a great impact on our web development, that already has, is artificial intelligence and machine learning. AL and ML are already being used in web development to power features like personalized recommendations, chatbots, and image recognition. In the future, we can now expect to see AI and ML even more integrated to web development, enabling new innovations and possibilities. We've already seen it in some web development in varieties of ways. The first way is through AI website builders. So as you'll have noticed, there's a lot more AI website builders out there. Some of the most notable include the Wix ADI, Jimdo, Elementor AI. All of these are website builders using AI, and essentially it helps developers produce website more quickly and efficiently, but also be able to generate websites that are also on trend, that are branded really well, and all of this saves a lot of time and cost as well. So it's really interesting to see how website builders have evolved over the years to incorporate AI to make things a lot easier, but also still keep that sleek modernness as well. AI-powered performances can also help developers to improve the performance of the web applications, and these tools can help analyze performance of an application and suggest ways to improve it. Things like Google Lighthouse is a free tool that uses AI to analyze web pages and provide recommendations on how to improve their performance and accessibility. Lighthouse can identify performance bottlenecks such as unused CSS and JavaScript and suggest ways to fix them as well. And AI image generation as well. So with AI image generators, it's a really rapidly developing field with new and innovative technologies. One of the most common ways to use AI for image generation is through the use of generative adversarial networks. So GANs are a type of machine learning model that can be trained to generate images that are indistinguishable from real images. The use of image generation in web development is more and more. You'll find website builders like Wix, Elementor AI, Zoho Builder, they all incorporate some form of image generation within their website building platform. That saves time and also a lot of cost in terms of getting custom images for yourself, and the images are copyright free as well, so you'll be able to use them. So let's expand on this a bit, and let's go over some website builders that incorporate AI in their website building platform. So what are AI web builders and how do they work? AI web builders, also known as AI-powered website builders, are platforms or tools that leverage artificial intelligence technology to simplify the process of creating and designing websites. These tools are designed to assist users, even those without any technical expertise, in building professional-looking websites quickly and easily. AI web builders typically offer a range of features and functionalities to streamline the website creation process. Here are some common aspects. First of all, they usually have a drag and drop interface. So AI web builders often provide a user-friendly interface that allows you to design your website by simply dragging and dropping various elements onto the page. This eliminates the need for manual coding or programming. These builders also offer a wide selection of pre-designed templates to choose from. These templates are professionally designed and can be customized to suit your preferences. AI algorithms can also suggest design elements, layouts, and color schemes based on your inputs or the industry that you're actually targeting. AI web builders also come with an integrated CMS that enables you to create, edit, and manage your website's content easily. This can be things like adding in new pages, updating text, inserting images, and incorporating multimedia content effortlessly. So AI web builders usually come with templates as well, and they usually ensure that the websites created are responsive, meaning that they adapt and display properly on various devices and screen sizes, such as desktops, tablets, and smartphones. The responsiveness is crucial for optimal user experience across any device. A lot of AI web builders offer built-in search engine optimization features, and these tools assist in optimizing your website structure, meta tags, headings, and other elements to improve its visibility on search engine result pages. Some AI web builders include e-commerce features, allowing you to create an online store with product listings, shopping carts, and payment integration, and this is particularly useful for businesses looking to sell products or services online. And lastly, analytics and tracking. So a lot of AI web builders can also provide analytics tools to track the website performance, like visitor statistics and conversion rates. These insights can help you understand your user behavior and make informed decisions to enhance your website's effectiveness for design or call to actions. So you can see AI web builders can simplify the website creation process. They may have limitations in terms of customization, but they are an excellent option for individuals or small businesses seeking to establish an online presence quickly and efficiently. So there are several popular AI web builders available today. We'll go over some examples. The first one is the Wix ADI. So Wix is a well-known web builder that offers AI technology called the Wix ADI, Artificial Design Intelligence. Wix ADI assists in creating personalized websites by asking a series of questions and generating a customized website based on the user responses. It also provides a traditional drag and drop editor for more advanced customization. So to get started, the first thing that you actually need to do is create a Wix account. So creating an account is free. All you need to do is go into the Wix website and click on Get Started. And just fill in your information. So either continue with email or you can continue with Google and just set up your username and password with Wix. So once you've created your account, you'll be taken to the My Sites dashboard, and essentially all the websites that you create you can find in this dashboard as well, and you can separate it into different folders and kind of organize it that way. So to get started, what you need to do is click on Create New Site on the top right over here and follow through the instructions. So the first thing that they'll ask you is what kind of website are you creating? So whether you want an online store, portfolio, blog, consultant kind of website, these are just examples, but then you can just sort of look for your business type, basically what kind of business that you want to have. You can be specific, so if it's a beauty care product shop, beauty supply store, you can be really specific and just say what kind of product, what kind of shop that you're creating, and then you want to give it a name of your site. And you can change the name of your site at any time. This is just so that this is mainly for SEO purposes, and just so you can recognize it within the dashboard. And then you want to talk about what you want to add to the site. So this is going back to Wix's features, functionality features. So things like an online store, a chat functionality, they all are as part of Wix's functionality. So you can really customize your website to do certain things as well. It doesn't just have to be a simple kind of blog website or brochure build website. You can actually have like a store and forms, bookings, things like that to make your site a bit more usable and actually conduct some business on your site as well. So in this example, we'll just have the online store and we'll have some forms as well. Don't worry about not picking everything in the beginning. Maybe if you want to just have like a blog, but later on you actually decide you want to start setting up an online store, you can always add these apps sort of later on as well. So later on, if you want to decide, actually I want to add a blog, you can always add the blogs later as well. Same way if you decide to remove something. So if you add an online store now, but then later you realize it's too much work or you're not ready for it to actually start selling product content, you can also remove apps as well. So it's pretty flexible that way. And you just want to click next to move on. And then you want to start using the ADI. So you have two options. You can either choose from a template, or you can actually use the ADI to get a custom built site within a few minutes as well. So we're going to go for the get a custom built site option. And only thing we need to do now is go through each of the questions and let Wix know what kind of site we're making, how we want it to look, and things like that. So the first thing that we're going to add is the logo and the email address, normal address, and any social media account links. So with the logo, you just click on the plus sign and it'll open up your file explorer on the computer. And then you just want to enter your email address and all the other kind of contact information as well, and any kind of social media links that you have. And you can add as many social links as you want, and you definitely want to add all the social links that you have. You just click on add social link and just paste in the social link. And again, you just want to add in all the addresses and any phone numbers that you might have as well. Next thing then is going to ask you to pick a theme that you like. So this is you want to look at the colors that they've used, and you want to look at the font styling that they've used. What you want to do is pick the theme that you like most, or pick the theme that's closest to the theme that you want. What happens with Wix is that not everything is set in stone. So once you pick a theme, you can always change it afterwards. So for example, if you like this theme here, but you don't like the black that's being used, you can just select it for now, but then in the editor, you can always change the black that's used as well. It's just a starting off point for Wix to know what to use whenever it's building out your site. So you want to pick the theme that works best for your branding as much as possible, or the one that works exactly as possible as well. So you just want to select and then just click next. And then it'll show you 3 homepage designs, and you just want to click in, you want to go through each of them, and you want to just select the design that you want, or the design that you like the most. Again, you can always customize these designs. This is just a starting off point for Wix to know what kind of design that you might like. And how you want your site to be laid out. So you've got 3 designs here, and what you can do is you can hover over each of them and then just scroll down, and you can see what each of them look like as well. If there's certain sections that you really like, obviously you keep them, and if there's certain sections you want removed, you can remove them as well. And if there's more sections that you need to add, you just add them as well. So once you've selected once you've selected which one you like, you just click into it, and you just click next, and it'll start building out your site. You also need to select what other pages you'd like. So Wix will then show you what other pages that you can have. Again, if you don't see a specific page that you need, you can always add more pages as well. Again, this is just a starting off point, so Wix knows what kind of site you're building and what kind of website you want to add to your site as well. So you can see add pages to your site, and they've got different kind of pages. So you want to add like an about page. If you're an online store, you definitely want to add like a products page, like in the main shop page, a contact us page so people can talk to you, a store policies page. This is really important if you have a shop, that you have a store policies page where you can say what your refund policy is, shipping policy, things like that. All of these can be added as well. Again, if there's pages here that you don't if there's pages here that you don't need to select them. And if there's pages that's missing, again, you can always add pages after the site's been built, and you can add as many pages as you want. This is just a starting off point, so they have like a nav bar built, and you have some pages built out for you as well. But once you're done, you just want to click on edit site, and you can see your site being built by Wix. Next up is Jimdo, and Jimdo is a really popular website builder that uses AI to generate websites quickly. It offers an AI-powered tool called Jimdo Dolphin, which creates websites based on information provided by the user. Jimdo Dolphin also provides the option for manual customization using a drag-and-drop editor. So to get started, what you want to do is go onto the Jimdo website, and we can click on the link in the bio as well if you're wanting to get started. And you want to sign up for an account. So you want to look for the Start Free button or Get Started button as well to create a new account. So signing up is free. You can either sign up with Google, Facebook, Apple, or just your email. So there are 2 options when you get started. Jimdo will ask you which way you want to create your website. You can either use one of the professional templates that they have that are also mobile responsive, or if you do have some background in some coding knowledge as well, then you can also use the editor as well. In today's example, we are going to use the website builder, but you want to choose the option that best suits your needs, basically. So similar to Wix, what Jimdo will do now is ask you questions about the type of website you want to create. That way, when you're first setting up, Jimdo will set up it with the features and offer you templates to match your needs as well. So it's really important that you answer these questions. You can skip the questions, but it just makes cuts down a lot of time in terms of choosing a template and also some of the features as well. So you can decide who are you creating a website for. So if it's for yourself or for a team or a business with more than one person, it's up to you. And what's this website for? Is it for a hobby? Is it to promote a business? Things like that. In this example, we'll use my new business. And you want to just give it the name of your business as well. What Jimdo will try to do now is try and look on Google to see if there is a business in your name as well. So if it's not here, you can just continue without, but you can also go through each of the options that they have and just collect that. The purpose of this is that if there's any information on there, like contact information, it'll already automatically bring that over to your site and save time on editing that yourself. And then it'll ask you what category your business is in, and it will be useful so that they can recommend the right tools and services for your business. And you want to say what the goals of your website are. You can choose up to 3, whether that's to showcase your work, announce an event, promote a physical business, get customers to contact me. Again, this is just to let Jimdo know exactly what features it should add in the beginning. And you can decide if you want to add your own photos from Facebook or Instagram. And you want to actually tell Jimdo what the theme of your website covers so that they can provide the images and text and structure to kind of match that. And now it's going to ask what your style is, and it's basically just so it knows what kind of look that you would like for your website so that they can design your website to match. And then it'll ask you what colors you like best. And you can choose up to 3 pages for what pages your website need. You can always add pages later on. You can also remove pages later on. It's just in the initial build, it'll add some pages for you. So now I'll give you the options of 2 templates, and what you want to do is just pick one that you want to start working on. Again, you can change all of the suggestions that are made here. It's just a sort of starting off point as well. You can also choose to skip this step as well. Next thing that it'll ask you is if you want to buy a domain if you don't already have one. So this will be needed a lot later whenever you first publish your site, but you can, if you plan on hosting your site on Jimdo as well, then it makes more sense to kind of buy the domain through Jimdo as well if you haven't got a domain yet. For now, we'll just use a free Jimdo subdomain and then we'll add our domain later. And that's it. Jimdo is now going to start building your website and we can start customizing it on later on. So now let's talk about progressive web apps. So progressive web apps are apps that offer native-like experiences even when they are accessed offline or in slow internet connections. PWAs are becoming increasingly popular and we can expect to see them become even more widespread in the future of web development. PWAs are built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and they can be accessed from any browser that supports web standards. However, PWAs can also take advantage of device-specific features like push notifications, offline access, and home screen shortcuts. PWAs often offer a number of advantages over traditional websites. The main one being is that they're more accessible. PWAs can be accessed from any device with a web browser, which makes them more accessible to users with disabilities. PWAs don't require developers to create separate native apps for each platform, and this saves developers a lot of time and money. And PWAs are more engaging, especially for user experience, than traditional websites. This leads to higher user retention and conversion rates as well. So let's look at some popular examples of PWAs. First one is Duolingo. So Duolingo is a popular language learning app that also provides, this is also available as a progressive web app. That means you can use Duolingo in your web browser without having to install a dedicated app. The Duolingo PWA offers all the same features as a native app, including access to over 30 languages, interactive lessons, tracking progress, offline access, etc. But the PWA is very fast and reliable, and it loads quickly and runs smoothly even on slow internet connections. To use the Duolingo PWA, just simply visit the Duolingo website in your web browser, and you'll be then prompted to continue on the PWA as well. Overall, the Duolingo PWA is a great option for anyone who wants to learn a new language without having to install a dedicated app. It's fast, it's reliable, and it's accessible from any device. Another example is the Washington Post. So the Washington Post was one of the early adopters of progressive web apps. In 2016, the Post launched a PWA version of its mobile site, and the PWA was designed to be fast, reliable, and engaging, even on slow internet connections. The PWA has a number of features that make it way better to read the news on mobile devices. For example, it can load articles instantly even when the user is offline. It can send push notifications to users about important news stories. It can be installed on the user's home screen like a native app and be used to create custom reading lists as well. The Washington Post PWA has been well received by users. In a study by Google, the PWA was found to load up to 100 times faster than the traditional mobile site. The PWA also increased user engagement, with users spending an average of 30% more time on the PWA than on the traditional mobile site. So the Washington Post PWA is a great example of how PWAs can be used to improve mobile web experience. They're fast, reliable, and engaging, and they can be used to create a variety of different web apps, from news apps to e-commerce apps. The next popular tech that's emerging recently that's going to make a big scene in the web development world is AI image generators. So what are AI image generators? An AI image generator is a text-to-image tool that was designed to make it easier for digital marketers and content creators to create images online. By using a machine learning algorithm, they are able to generate realistic photos and illustrations based on a set of text instructions. By using the machine learning algorithm, they're able to generate realistic photos, illustrations based on a set of instructions as well. An AI text-to-image generator often makes use of a machine learning technique called artificial neural networks that can receive input in the form of words, which it then processes to generate an image. The entire process takes a few seconds, so you can see the results of your work almost immediately. But before they're reliably deployed, neural networks require a lot of training. Almost like making the connection between words and objects for the first time. This is the same process that AI generators go through during training, but at a much faster speed with a lot more data. There's a few different types of text-to-image AI models which have evolved over the years. So one type of text-to-image AI model is the generative adversarial networks, so GANs. So earlier iterations of AI-generated images relied on these GANs. In these models, two neural networks are pitted against each other, and one network, the generator, is responsible for creating the images, while the second network, the discriminator, is used to determine whether or not the images are real or fake. Moving away from this then are the diffusion models. So text-to-image AI models are moving away from GANs and towards diffusion models, which is a completely different approach. So diffusion models are trained on hundreds of millions of images, each with a caption describing the image in words to learn, and the relationship between text and images through the process as well. And in this process, the network also learns to infer other conceptual information about the world, like what colors or elements would make an image feel like it was created by a certain brand or a certain company. And after they've been trained, the models learn to take a text prompt provided by the user, create a low resolution image, and then gradually adding details to turn it into a full image, because it's now learnt how to do it a billion times over. And this process is repeated until the final high resolution image is produced. Diffusion models don't just modify existing images, they generate everything from scratch without reference to any images that you might find on the internet. That means if you ask them to generate an image of a dog, for example, they won't just find an image of a dog and then add some details to it. They'll create the image of a dog from scratch based on their understanding of what a dog is. And this approach has quite a few benefits. They're more efficient to train. Images generated by diffusion models are more realistic, and it makes it easier to control the generated images. For example, if you want the dog to be a specific color, then you can just include that in your text prompt as well. Overall, text-to-image AI models have come a long way in recent years, and with the advent of diffusion models, they're able to generate more realistic-looking images than ever before. So now that we understand how this works, now let's take a look at some popular AI image generators. So a really popular AI image generator tool out there is Midjourney. Midjourney's platform makes it really easy to create beautiful art using AI. The Midjourney's art generator is really advanced, and anyone can create professional quality image pieces with simply just a click of the button. So Midjourney is an AI image generator like OpenAI, and it's the name of an artificial intelligence project that's being tested and improved and has been in operation since July 2022. This project is gradually gaining popularity and is quite famous on Discord's platform as well. Midjourney can create an artificial image from piece of given information. Artificial intelligence will then analyze the user's information to get the data and return the results. The system has a really vast database and complex algorithm to combine images related to keywords into a completed picture. If you go onto the website and click on their showcase, they'll show you some existing AI created images as well in their community showcase, and you can see different kind of really high quality images, and all of these images were created through AI by people just simply using this app as well. Midjourney has its own set of pros and cons that should be considered. Some of the pros of Midjourney is that it's really a quick and easy image generation. With just a simple text prompt, you can generate stunning images and unique images as well in a matter of minutes. Beta versions are available via Discord bots, so Midjourney is currently in beta and can be accessed through Discord bots, making it easy to use and accessible to everyone. And this whole community showcase thing is really good because the community showcase feature allows you to browse and be inspired by the user's artwork and filter them by recent and top related and things like that. Some of the cons of Midjourney is that the AI generated art copyright regulations are unclear and it can lead to some legal issues. And compared to some other AI art tools, the app's functionality might be limited. But still, the quality of the work is really high, and it might be even something just to even play around with and have a look at to see what kind of images that you can create. They have a documentation section where you can sort of learn how to get started, the user guide, and how to get started using Discord as well. So that's also a really popular option as well. So another popular image generating tool using AI platform is Hypotenuse AI. So Hypotenuse AI image generation tool is a really smart program capable of translating your text prompts into an image in any style that you want, despite having never seen a picture of, for example, say a horse swimming underwater. Hypotenuse AI's image generator can extrapolate from what it has learned to render it for you. In the same way you and I can probably sketch a bad drawing of what we know of horses underwater. In doing so, the image generates are not copied from anywhere and they're completely unique to you. With Hypotenuse AI, you can try it for free. They do have a free trial. You can sign up with your email or even just with the Google account, and you can sign up and for a free trial as well. So if you wanted to sign up with Google, for example, you just want to click on continue with Google. And then you're kind of presented with this image generation platform. So the way their platform works is you input a small description of what you want to see, and their AI will generate that a picture for you. Like our AI content writers, and some other AI content writers, their images are generated from scratch, and each time just from what the inputs that you give it. Their AI has learned from millions of images and text all over the web and gained an understanding on how to read and create relevant pictures. Each time you hit that generate button, it doesn't copy or pull images from anywhere, but considers the concept that it knows and creates new images from scratch each time. So what you want to do once you've signed up is you can essentially just go through all of these and all these fields and just fill in what you want. If you're unsure, you can always try an example. So the first thing that you want to do is describe your desired image, and you can see some placeholder values in there, but what you can do is try an example, and it'll generate an example for you. So for example, seaside town, digital art illustration, digital painting, concept art, shiny, whatever it is. And then what you can do then is switch the guide me section on and off as well. So you can choose like what type of photo that you want, aesthetic, mood lighting, artist style, and things like that. So we'll keep it really simple. Say we'll do or even cat with a cowboy hat, for example. And then we can choose what type of image. So do you want a photograph, a digital art illustration, 3D render, or artwork? We'll do digital art. Aesthetic, so what kind of aesthetic do you want? Do you want sort of like a cyberpunk, fantasy, cybernetic, whatever it is? Say we'll do cybernetic. And then what kind of mood lighting that you want, if you want sort of light, calm, dramatic, golden hour, things like that. And you can select up to 3. And what kind of style that you want it in. If you want it an oil painting, digital painting, airbrush, things like that as well. And you can select up to 3 as well, or you can just leave it blank. Again, so this is only here whenever you have the guide me toggle selected. Otherwise you can just type in all of these things in here directly. And then you can choose what sizing that you want it as well. And then once you're done, you just click generate, and you just wait for your image to essentially be rendered. And once it's done, it'll load all of the images that it comes up based on the prompts that you've selected and typed in. And these images are completely unique. They've not been pulled from a certain website or anything like that. It's fully following the prompts that you've given it. And then from there you have the option to save any images that you like, and then you can use them for whatever purposes that you need them for. There's lots of uses for AI generated art. And tools like this make it really easy to kind of do it yourself and do it at home as well. So that's using the guided prompts here, but what you can do is unselect that and then just type everything within the prompt here. And again, you can always try an example, and you can see it comes with all the prompts on there as well. So pencil drawing of a person, say we're on a train, and the different sort of styles that they have here as well. And then once you're done, again, you just want to pick the sizing, and then you just want to click generate and see what it comes up with as well. And it's the same process. You just type in all the features that you want of this image, click generate, and then again, your images will be generating on the right side. And then you can just pick from them as well. And you can see all of the images loaded. And again, from here, it'll show you the prompt that you use and the prompt that they've used, and then from there you can download them. When you are downloading from the free trial, they will come with a watermark. To remove that watermark, you do need to subscribe to their premium version, which is about $29 a month. So now let's talk about some uses. There are lots of ways that you can use images that have been generated by AI. One use case might be through content marketing. If you are a small-time creator who writes for a living, you don't have a marketing budget, nor a talented crew to kind of work with. So creators like yourself have to search for sort of stock photos, to use blog pictures, copywriting captions to market your newsletter subscriptions, or if you're writing blog pieces, journals, things like that. Good images are also really important for that, but you might not always have the budget for it or even the time. This is where AI-generated images can really help, because they can execute that task instantly without a lot of complaints, whether that's through ads, product showcases, blog pictures, social media posts. AI image generators have been trained to do it all, low cost and big impact, depending on what platform that you use. On a larger scale, AI content marketing can be a completely different ballgame altogether. Another surprising use of AI is through architecture and design. So with the rising popularity of image generators using AI, a lot of people, amateurs and professionals, have been turning to AI for design inspiration for their homes and business. Even the most outlandish concepts can now be done in minutes without having to construct 3D models from scratch. It can address design flaws and architectural weaknesses, and this would also mean that process is a lot less stressful. Granted, a designer will still have to go through several iterations, including minor tweaks on the graphic editors, before the image can be reliably used as conceptual model, but that generative AI can help ease the creative load. Today, AI-generated art is used to create new forms of music and poetry. Advertising, architecture, fashion, and film are just some of the fields where realistic images and animations made from AI can make a really sizable impact. As mentioned before, depending on what platform you use, so for example, this is Hypotenuse, the images that you create are free copyright, making it a really great tool for content marketing if you're needing images for your blog, for your social media posts and things like that. So with Hypotenuse, every time you hit generate, it doesn't copy or pull images from anywhere, but it considers the concept that it knows and creates new images each time. So these 4 images that we've created, there aren't any other images like that on the internet. So these are completely unique. When you are describing your image, it's really important that the more detailed your prompt is, the more likely your results will be even more uniquely yours. If you are worried about someone copying design, don't be. There's always a chance that someone will use a similar prompt, but Hypotenuse is there to kind of help brainstorm and automate tedious tasks to kind of stay creative. Hypotenuse, Midjourney, DALL-E, all of these AIs, they don't pull images they don't pull from any existing images. They essentially just create new images as well. With Hypotenuse, the images that you create with them are public domain. You don't own the copyright. They can be used by anyone for any purpose, including commercial purposes. So feel free to use them for anything that you like, but they can also be used by other people as well. Having said that, there are some cons to AI-generated art. One of the cons is that it lacks human touch. So AI-generated art may lack that personal touch and emotional depth that can come with being created by a human artist. And there are always some ethical concerns. So some people are concerned about the ethical implications of using AI to create art, particularly if it results in the displacement of human artists. Being a relatively new form of technology, it opens up the tool to potential abuse. And there are, depending on what platform you use, there are some placeholder measures out there to kind of facilitate that concern. For example, Hypotenuse AI, it censors not safe for work content, so anything with hateful content, profanity, things like that, across all tools as basic safeguard against potential abuse. It may not be much, but is something better than nothing. Another issue can also just be that there is limited creative control. So while AI algorithms can generate art and you can be as specific as you want whenever you are describing the artist still has some limited control over the final product, as the algorithm is making decisions about the art's placement of their composition and style as well. But overall, the pros and cons of AI-generated art will depend on the specific use case and goals of the artist or organization that's using it. Overall, opinions on AI-generated art will vary from artist to artist, and some may see it as a valuable tool for enhancing their artistic practice, while others might see it as a threat to their livelihood and integrity of art itself. What's really important is that you are using it in a way that enhances your business, that enhances your skills as well. It's definitely a really useful tool, and it can be used to help save some time and kind of enhance the body of your work as well. Even if you want to try out some of the things as well, it's definitely something worth trying at least, especially with Hypotenuse, as it comes with the free trial. Midjourney as well, you can join through Discord. So there's definitely some use cases out there, and definitely I think it should be something that everyone should try. Maybe not something for every part of their business, but something definitely that can save some time or streamline your work a little bit easier. Next up we have WebAssembly, and WebAssembly is a low-level assembly language that can be compiled to run in the browser, and this makes it really possible to create high-performance web applications that can run code written in other languages like C and C++. WebAssembly is still in its early stages of adoption, but it has the potential to revolutionize web development. And lastly, the IoT, or the Internet of Things. The IoT refers to the growing network of interconnected devices such as smart homes, wearables. Web development is playing a key role in enabling IoT, and we can expect to see even more of web-based applications for IoT devices in the future. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little insight into the future of web, the emerging tech that's coming out. Has come out these past few years, and in the future years is really exciting. Some of them are already out now, so if you want to give them a go, I highly recommend them, whether that's the image generators, chatbot generators, AI web builders. They're really fun to kind of play around with and see how they can be useful to you and your business and your own personal learning as well. Thanks. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.